Hello and good morning. You're listening to KC Genesis in the AM. I'm your host, KC Genesis. It is a good Wednesday indeed, and you know what that means. Dynamite is coming on for all my wrestling fans, so stay tuned for that at 8 p.m. PST time. As far as Eastern, I think 4. So if you watch wrestling, then yeah. AEW Dynamite, new episode tonight. So get ready for that. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah. And I hope it's good. It's supposed to be good, but I don't know. We'll see. How's your Wednesday going on, people? Mine has been doing well as well. Thank you for asking. And thank you for keeping up with my channel too, man. My podcast. I mean, feels like this is a YouTube. Feels like this is a YouTube channel. I keep on saying channel, but no, it's podcast. Podcast. Hoping to be turning into a professional by next month. So keep you in the loop for that. Just making jokes here. But that'd be crazy, right? Some people just calling me and stuff like, "Hey, Casey, just want to make you had the voice for it, and we want to like recruit you to the morning news, to the morning show." Like, what? Sign me up, please. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah. As you can see, I'm in a good mood. I just got off work too, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked about today. I've been getting some really good sleep the past few days too, so I'm happy about that. I'm blessed about that, because sleep is important in our lives. It revolves around our health. It makes you lose weight. Sleep off all that food that you've been eating this past few months, Casey. Sleep that weight off, and then you'll lose it. You'll be back to your normal figure. So yeah, I'm happy about that. We have some bit of a news for you. Some bit of a news. The regular 3 articles. So I'm gonna present that to you guys later on, but it seems like that I don't want to, because it feels like that I need to talk about something else. I'm not sure what, but it feels like that I should talk about something else, like outside of the articles. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep rambling on until I find something else, to talk about. So, yeah. So we have wrestling, and then we have the articles, and then we have life and stuff, Actually, it was the actual first day of spring in Seattle, because it didn't rain. The sun was out, man. The sun was out. It was 60 degrees, and I swear my hair started sweating. My hair started sweating, man. It's so hot outside. And I gotta say this, man. If a full head of hair like mine's, I'm blessed to have it. But at times, though, I feel like cutting the shit off. Especially like during summer. Especially during summer, like get those hot summers. You know what I'm talking about, Seattle. It's the one where I got the heat scar on my tum-tum. So, yeah. For the people that don't live in Seattle, I believe it was actually last year in the summer where we had like the highest degree, the highest heat degree. And like a long time, I think it was like about 101 or 102, 3 or 4. Either one of those numbers, but it was definitely in the hundreds. and I swear it was like my skin was peeling off. I had a fan in my room close to me, and I got two fans in my room, like one in my bedroom and one in my living room, and yeah, it still feels like they didn't do anything. I was still sweating. My hair was sweating. It was starting to stink, and it left this big scar on my tummy, you know, this big scar on my tum tum, and I still have it. It's starting to go away actually, but it's still there though. So yeah, it's crazy, man. It's starting to get hot out here again. That's what I would like to talk about. Like hair. My hair is starting to, you know, get in the way of me living a carefree life. And as you all can see from my picture, I do have a full head of hair of locks. But yeah, man, like I started to sweat today, and my forehead, and then my hair too, man. And surprisingly, it's not stinky. I usually have this spray that I spray on it now. It's called Lion Locks, and it's black owned. And I usually just spray this shit all over my hair, and then on my scalp too, make sure it's fresh. But last year, man, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was unhealthy. It was just, it just stunk. I don't know why then I didn't shave my head off, shave all my hair off, but man, it stunk. And I contemplated, seriously contemplated about, shaving my whole head off last year. Shaving my whole hair off, all of my hair off last year. But, I thought to myself, well, maybe that, in the fall, I'll change my mind. Like, no, it didn't change my mind. In the fall and the winter came, I still, thought about shaving my hair, but not because of, the heftiness of my hair, and whatnot. But I just miss my scalp, man. I really do. I miss not having to worry about going to the barber shop anymore, or getting my hair twisted up every 2 months. Man, I miss that feel where you put your hand on your head and you just feel nothing but scalp. Nothing but scalp. What's going on? But I will say this though, that's still in my mind, but I think I figured out a way to have both of best worlds, and I'm gonna talk to my loctician next month when I have that appointment with him. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting just shaving off the sides, maybe shaving off the sides halfway, probably, but definitely shaving the back, the little back where it's just on the neck, where it's right there on the neck, and then up underneath that little hook that most black people have, most black men have, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna tell them to shave that part off, the sides and just up underneath the hook. God, that's where it stinks the most. I have no problem with the top of my head, and then the little bit back of my head, those parts don't stink, but just up underneath that hook and where it's close to the neck, that shit stinks. When it's hot, when you're sweating too, man, that shit stinks, and that shit builds up over time, man. Just man, you just feel miserable, you feel self-conscious, you're thinking about, man, what if people smell me? What if they smell my hair? Ugh. And it's one thing, that someone noticed, I believe it was at my brother's, wedding with his wife. um, I was the best man, and then let's see, yeah, I was the best man, and then it was hot outside. They got married in June of last year, and yeah, it was hot outside. We did the wedding outside, so it was hot outside, and then I was sweating my ass off, man. I had on this hot ass suit, and you know, like I hitched a ride with like some of the fellow bridesmaids. So I hitched a ride, and then I was like still smelly and stinky and sweating, and like this one girl was like, "Does anyone smell that? It smells kind of funky. Like I can't explain the smell, but it smells so funky. I don't know what it is." So I started. I was just like, "Shit, man, you gotta be kidding me! God damn it! This shit sucks. I hate it. I hate it so much." I was like, man, like I try to do everything, I even shampoo my hair too, and like after what, a few days, that funk still comes back, and just like the worst thing about locks too, dreadlocks if you're white, but locks, is that like you really have to take care of this shit, Like I take care of my shit, to like a stink, to an extinct. But yeah, man, it's like I just can't seem to get rid of that smell. Like no matter what, like when the spring and summer approach, that shit is there. I'm like, bruh, do we really need to wash our head? And like the more you wash it though, the more that shit like breaks. So it's like, bruh, I can't get no break, man. I'm seriously thinking about going back bald, but I do, like I have been thinking about, like lock styles, cause I do want my locks, but they need to be trimmed up, and they need to have like this style going on, where like maybe the sides are cut off, and then the back is too, so my neck can breathe, like the top, and then the little bit, where the bump is set on your head can stay, cause that shit don't never smells. I can just spray that shit with some lion locks. I'm like, all right, I'm good to go. Let's go outside. Boom, we're done. We're good to go. But yeah, man, it's like it's just wild. But yeah, let me let me not focus on this anymore longer. We're here to talk about some other stuff too. I might just cut it down to 2 articles as well, since I've already talked about my hair for a good portion of it. I just want to know, do anyone have these problems too? Anyone with locks? White people, I'm including you as well. I know Hispanics, like they have locks too. Latinx, if you're fancy. I've never seen an Asian person with locks before. I know there's probably like some out there, but I've never seen an Asian person with locks. Yeah, but it goes out to you too. East, South, both of y'all. But yeah, man. MyNorthwest.com says traveling while black in Seattle is a modern day green book. I've never read this article before until now, but I'm interested in seeing what it has to say, and I have more on that coming up next. Stay tuned. Hello and good morning. You are listening to Casey Genesis in the AM. I'm your host, Casey Genesis. And a happy Wednesday to you too. Sirs, moms, days, dams, lovers, partners, relationshipers, singles, hot singles, engaged,